Hi, how are we today? I pray that as we're wrapping up 2020, that this will be a season of serious change, light, and love. I thought about 2020 and the challenges we faced, and one of the things that came to mind was mindfulness practices and toolkits that could really help us, especially now, to wrap up the year with light and love rather than the challenges that we've experienced. And so with that, I'm going to share a little passage from my book, the book on mind training, The Secret for Positive Living, on one of the key mindset tools that's really helped me in all seasons of life now more than ever, and that's really down to faith in the universe. So with that, I'm just going to share a little passage on that. Faith in the universe. If there was one thing I learned through these experiences that I called life, it was that the more I placed my faith in the universe, the more I put faith in the unknown, the more I became in control of my reality. Before, when I was experiencing the problems, I was unconscious of what was happening. When I had all those problems earlier in life, I didn't realize that my lack of faith, my lack of communication to the universe, was indirectly causing a perpetual cycle of pain. After my awakening, I soon realized the connection between success and having faith in the universe. The cards that I received and the internal visions and the dreams were just a few examples of how the universe was attempting to communicate with me, to help me on my journey, to define my purpose here on earth, and to succeed in my goals. What I also learned was that I'm an entity of the universe. A part of the universe exists within me. I learned that the only way and the only one responsible for creating and manifesting my reality by training my mind to see past my ego, to see past the emotional blockages that I experienced, and to channel positive energy into my thoughts. With practice, discipline, and faith in the unknown, I reached a revelation. I realized that I'm essentially an electromagnetic being, emitting a frequency, and only those that are on the same frequency that I was emitting via thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and actions could come into my experience and my reality. In the past, when I had all those trials and tribulations, what I had not yet realized was that for every single circumstance, emotion, feeling, person, or even event I had experienced, they were all reflections of the frequency that I had sent out into the universe. The times of self-doubt were simply a vibration, an energy field, which in turn attracted similar energy to my experiences. Negative people, negative experiences, people who criticized me, people who abused me, all those things came into my life because they were all also vibrating at that low level energy. Another example would be feelings of self-doubt. I doubt that I would have been successful in my entrepreneurial journey or be a successful business person today if I had believed in those thoughts, my doubts that is. If I had continued to dwell on them, I would have been telling my brain, which essentially serves as a transmitting tower for my mental energies and frequencies, that I was a failure. These thoughts of failure would have caused me to radiate more low-level energy into the universe, causing more failures and more negative experiences. It would have given me experiences that demonstrated that I was a failure in my everyday reality. Of course, this would be a perpetual cycle, failure creating failure. In the dark times of my life, failure thoughts would have created more failure unless I came to the realization that I needed to change my thoughts, reprogram my brain, put my faith in the universe, and set the intention that I truly desired, which thankfully I did. Now, the reason I shared this passage is that 2020 has been a challenge. It's been a season where our faith has been tested, where our hopes have been tested, and where our dreams possibly has maybe been challenged. But what I want to get across is that as we're wrapping up 2020 and looking forward into 2021, let's use this time to truly reflect, to truly connect with the divine source, because all things are possible. Our dreams are not lost. They're still coming towards us. But what's important is the thoughts that we're putting into this, the relationship that we have with the infinite wisdom. And so I really challenge you to wrap up 2020 reflecting on the positive things that have come, your connection with the higher beings, and what you're going to use to move into 2021 feeling empowered and a light being, which is what we essentially are. And so faith in the universe is going to be an essential kit for your well-being. And so if this is something that you've struggled with, I'd love to know your thoughts. on ways in which you can really build up your relationship with infinite wisdom. For those of you who are interested in reading further from my book, you can purchase a copy on Amazon. So the book on mind training, The Secret for Positive Living. Remember, you are infinite and this is just the beginning. So let your light shine. Take care. Mwah.